In the 90s, Playmates Toys made the deepest line of Star Trek action figures in history. My name's Keith, and I'm a collector working towards owning all 284. I've been a Trek fan for almost 35 years, and most people are sick of me talking about it. But somehow I've convinced my old friend Mike to review them with me on Look at My Star Trek Toys! Hello again, everybody. Boy, do we have an exciting little episode today. Just you wait, because right there in that cardboard box behind me is the largest purchase I have ever made in Star Trek world. How's it going, Mike?
It's going great, Keith. I've been getting cryptic text messages all week. Something about you needing a loan because you're broke now. Yep. A big box coming in the mail, all kinds of things. So I'm excited. I have very little knowledge of what we're in store for today, so I'm just excited to be along for the ride.
Well, the fun part is I have only limited knowledge about what's in that box behind me, although I do have a suspicion.
Okay.
Which, if it turns out to be true, will be very exciting because it will validate and justify to me, and more importantly, to my wife, the expense in the box there behind. So with no further ado, let's make our transition into the unboxatorium with the box here. So go back to our slate. I'm going to fix the lights and I'll be right back.
All right, folks. Well, let me go ahead and say while we're here, thanks to all of you who have been writing in, sending us emails, showing us your figures, talking to us. We are going to get into a mailbag and do an episode on that at some point. It is not going unless if we haven't responded to you just yet. We're going to get there. Keith's working overtime trying to respond to you all. I'm trying to respond to you all. It was a great conversation a few weeks ago about the transporter. I'm learning more about this Trek universe. Just happy to be a part of the whole thing. And that said, we're going to beam Keith back in here as he gets all his things configured.
Beam me
Keith,
back
looking
in.
good back there.
Look at that. This is exciting. So let me just explain what's happened here. So in this box, which I have only opened at the top, I have not actually gone in it yet. But in this box is an entire estate's worth of loose figures. So it was an estate sale on eBay, and clearly somebody of our ilk decided to either passed or decided to move on from their collection. And they're all loose. But in here is over 250 loose figures. And here's why obviously, that's a huge amount of figures. So we're going to work through them.
You've basically
quickly.
tripled your collection at this point.
I have doubled in terms of number of figures. The amount of them that I don't already have is still a little bit mysterious. Now, the reason I got very excited about this particular lot, not only is it giant and had some figures I don't have, but it was a little hard to tell in the preview picture of all of them because whoever listed this did not really know much about these figures. But I am 70%, 80% believe that in this figure is one of the mail-away Siskos wearing the TNG uniform. Now, this was a very hard-to-get figure that they only made about 4,000 of, that you could only buy. I think it was a Sega Genesis game, Star Trek game, that when you bought that video game, you could mail away for this specific Sisko figure. Only about 4,000 of them out there. Hard to get on eBay in its original packaging. Is about a $300 figure. Which this would not be. It's hard to tell in the preview picture, but I think the fact that it was hard to tell is why I was able to win this, because otherwise somebody would have swept in and bought it immediately. So there's a gamble here, but there's also a whole mess of other figures I'm going to go through one by one very quickly with you, because One thing is very clear. There's an entire Borg army in here, so we'll have to go through those quickly. So the first one I already took out. Let's take a look at Toy Cam and take a look at what we have here. Folks, it's a Locutus. It's one of the Locutus. This one it's numbered, so it was one that did not come in the twin pack. All right, moving forward very quickly. I'm just grabbing things by random. What do we have here? Oh, I got to go do them upside down, otherwise you can't see them. This is a Season 1 and 2 Jean-Luc Picard figure, which I didn't already have. So we're going to put that in the pile of going to go on the shelf, which is exciting. I'm just going to reach in randomly, pull out another figure. Who do we have? Okay, this is a Generations figure of Chekhov. Already have it on the shelf. Very cool. Happy to have it. He's going to go down over here in the try to sell later to recoup some of the money I spent on this box, because that's going to be a lot. Oh, what do we have here? Oh, it is our good friend from Wesley's buddy in his training. I forget, what is he, a Melkorian? I forget exactly.
That's cool.
What flavor he is. Cool. We haven't done this one for Mike yet, so coming up in our recurring friends and enemies. All right, next up. Oh, always upside down. I'm going to get that wrong for 250 figures. We have Edith Keeler from the original series, a guest star set in I think the 30s or 40s. We will come back to her later. She's one I didn't have. Let's keep going, Mike. Are you excited? Is this as fun for you as it is for me?
Oh, yeah. Keep going. Let's stop talking. Let's just go.
Okay, here we go. We have a Gul Dukat from Deep Space Nine Series 1. We've talked about him on the show already, so he goes in the sale box. Let's see. Oh, it's that crazy Horgon guy. We've seen him before.
Looks like a cone head.
The cone head we saw in I forget. One Hit Weirdos, I believe, is the episode that he got on. Let's keep going. Ooh, this one's fun. This is a Star Trek 1 era Captain Kirk.
Oh.
So this was the interesting of the uniforms. They made some awful uniforms for that movie, but this one's interesting. I did not have before, so he's going to go in there.
Nice.
Here we go. Another one. Oh, it's another Locutus. This one also from the regular series. So we now have Locuti. But we're going to have a lot of, based on the pictures I saw, we're going to have a lot of, in fact, here's another one. We have our third Locutus of Borg. I'm going to have an army by the time this thing is done. In fact, let's keep going. Oh, it's our fourth Locutus of Borg.
If you're in the market for a Locutus, make sure to give Keith an email at lookatmystartrektoys@gmail.com, because he's got a few to spare.
I certainly am. All right, this one's fun. I don't have this one. This is Beverly Crusher, future Beverly Crusher from the series finale. All good things. That one's cool.
Newbie.
A newbie.
Keeper.
Goes in the pile here. Here, I'll zoom out so you can see my new collection pile building up on the desk here.
Nice.
So it'll get bigger. Look out, folks. No, don't do it. We're better than that. We're better than that, Mike. No, we're not. Okay, coming up. It is another one of my Deep Space Nine favorites, Secret Possible Obsidian Order, but we have you all ready. Ooh, okay. Here we have a 6-inch scale from First Contact. It's Alfie Woodard. And we will talk about the 6-inch scales later, but we have her already. Let's keep going. Ooh, all right. We didn't have this one. We haven't talked about it, but Mike, you should know this one. It's Data, but evil. Do you know who that is?
Yeah, he did a flippity doodah. I forget his name.
His name is Lore.
Lore.
wearing a couch. So we will get to that later. Lore.
Is that the keep pile? We didn't have lore?
We did not have lore. Okay, it's coming up next. Okay, so our Borg invasion continues. I believe this is a Series 1 Borg, not from the Twin Pack, because it is numbered. We're gonna see more of them. Gonna see more of them, folks. In fact, we're gonna see more of them right now, because here he is. Now, the way you can distinguish the various flavors of Borg, because in your army, because they got reused. The same figure got reused a lot. See, there are slight paint variations, and if you look in the dot in the eye, there's a blank one, a red one, and a green one, even though these are basically all the same figure done over and over. But we are going to keep going. Okay, this is another one I didn't have. This is Shiny Worf. From the Holodeck series, although I don't remember him ever wearing this in the Holodeck series or any others. He's just chromed. So we have Chromie Worf right here. Very exciting. Moving forward, we have a Series 1 Worf, the original. So that's cool. Got a couple of those. I've got one of those in the box. And we have another Borg, a blank-eyed Borg. Good to have. Here we go. This is one that we missed in our all dressed up episodes. This is Dr. McCoy in his dress uniform. So that's a new figure.
Keeper.
That's a keeper. And all right, here we have a red-eyed Borg. Now we're gonna get used to it. You know what? I'm gonna keep the pile of Borg in front.
Yeah, you know what?
Too.
Let's go. Since we have a lot to get through, let's relegate Borgs totally to the pile now, unless there's something fresh.
Okay, so all right, so this is the Borg pile going on in front of me. The army of Borg right here. Oh, look, there's my work phone and another monitor. There's a lot going on here. All right. Here we have a Tasha Yar, a Season 1, Season 2 Tasha Yar. This is not, sadly, one of the 1701s. This is Season 1, Season 2.
It's the bold lipstick variety.
The bold lipstick Yar. All right, we've had her before. Let's keep going. Oh, all right, so this is another Borg, and you said don't show me those, but guess what? This one is the Twin Pack Borg, which is not numbered and has the green eye, so this one I didn't have. So he goes into the new pile.
Keeper!
I got a keeper. Ooh, here's another one. This is Gowron, who we met before, but this is in the Klingon ritual robes. He's got the robes. We'll talk about that later. Thank you, Gowron. That's a new one. We like those.
Does that robe come off? That robe comes off, eh?
It does. We're not doing the review, Mike.
Oh, okay. Yeah. You're right.
It's not time yet. All right, and we have a Cadet Riker that was never shown on screen, but they made a video game and they did a whole Cadet series. We'll talk about it later. I've got one of those. They're kind of weird. They're like extra colorful. Oh, guess what? So last episode we did the Westworld episode, and we didn't have a painted Alexander, but guess what? Now we do. We have a painted Alexander. That is a keeper. Moving forward, we have another Locutus. He's good. We have... Oh, okay. This is a slight variation on the Borg. He's a little blue. This is the shoot 'em up Borg. His little blaster shoots a little thing. So he's new. Had him already, but he was new that we're looking at today. And guess what? There's another one. So we are continuing our Borg pile. Continuing our collection of the Generations. This is one of the unused uniforms Rikers. We did an episode on them. Oh my goodness, we have so many to get through. I'm going to have to get some water halfway through this. And we have, look, it's a Cadet Geordi, which we haven't talked about yet. So spoiler alert for Mike. Moving forward, we have a Star Trek 1 McCoy wearing those drab uniforms from the motion picture. Didn't have this one. We will get to it in an episode soon. Coming up, a Series 1 Gowron. We did do the episode on Gowron, so we will put him back in the pile there. Speaking of all dressed up, there's Geordi in his dress uniform. We talked about that. Geordi, you head over there. And we have a Worf in his Klingon fancy robes, which we have also, I have, but we have not discussed. There's a lot of Klingons we have not discussed yet, Mike. Coming up next, look at that. We have a Whoopi.
We've seen her.
This is our recurring friends and enemies, Guinan.
Maybe grab a handful there. Let's do. Let's. I'm just looking out for our timing. Although I guess we could do 2 episodes. I'm not trying to rush you. This is exciting.
This is exciting. No. Just because you're bored doesn't mean that the people who watch the show are bored. I'm just trying to do the math.
Like 200 figures is going to take a long time.
It is going to take a long time, but that's okay. We're here for the journey, Mike. And. And, as we've talked about on our other show, right now, you're being paid for your regular job. So you're double dipping right now. We're going to love this.
That is fair.
Okay. Look, it's an Ensign Harry Kim, but what's that on his face? He's got a disease. I think from the episode Scorpion.
So that's legit. That's not just like painted on?
No, that is diseased Kim. So keep that coming up later. And we have a Q, a next-gen version of Q. I think we have talked about him in recurring friends and enemies. Oh, next up, we have Dr. Soran, who I believe I referred to as Dr. Sorian, like the brandy on the show.
People were not happy.
To detail. That's how we work. Attention to detail-wise. Ooh, here we go. This one I don't have. This is a Season 1 and 2 Data. And you notice with the stripe on the shoulder, didn't have that one. We're going to talk about the Season 1 and 2 uniforms coming up soon. Next up, oh, look, it's another Generations Riker. We have another Borg. We have a red-eyed Borg, who we have dealt with. Add to the Borgatorium. Here is a regular Borg, no red eyes. We did that. Okay, here is Hugh. We did an episode on Hugh. He's going to go into the Borgatorium. Oh, spoiler alert. I'm not going to explain to Mike who this is, because big spoilers, but we have her. We will do an episode. We're going to talk about it. And it's another diseased Kim. That's weird. Why do we have so many diseased Kims? We're going to get there. Uh-oh, it's Evil Spock. It's Goatee Evil Spock, who I didn't have. He's got a knife attached. That's a cool figure. Didn't have him. Going to add him to the have pile. Okay. Next one is Worf's girlfriend, Kalar.
Oh, that's cool.
We're going to talk about her later. Mike, don't get excited. Ooh, here's a new one. We have a one-armed figure. Our first one-armed figure. Keiko O'Brien, or 3/4 of Keiko O'Brien. We're going to put that in the,
trash
bits and bobs pile. For customs. People use these things.
Oh, okay, my bad. Please excuse me.
How dare you, sir? We have another Guinan, but this is a Generations Guinan. We haven't talked about her yet, but we'll get there. This is a lot of figures.
As I was saying, but I was reprimanded, so...
No. Well, then we're going to do it. Okay, we have 2 more Borg into the Borgatorium. And we have a Generations Troy, who we talked about. And we have a Quark.
Yeah.
One of Mike's favorite figures. Who doesn't like a good Quark? All right, moving forward. Oh, we have a Cadet Crusher. So we had old Crusher, now young Crusher. That's interesting. And our good friend Bob Picardo, here as the Doctor of Voyager Series 1. Oh, I'm going to save that one. And we also have from Generations, we have Worf dressed up in old-timey ship costume. Didn't have that one, weirdly. Not a hard one to get. Okay, next up, we have a Kirk in his radiation suit.
I always got Kirk in some sort of suit.
Well, there's he ran around and did a lot of things, but that's one I didn't have. Happy to have that. This one I also didn't have. It's a Seska. Interesting character. I have 2 figures of Seska. No spoilers to Mike on why there are 2. And we got another diseased Kim. Lots of diseased Kims. And another Borg into the Borgatorium. All right. So more from Star Trek The Motion Picture. We have ourselves a Sulu in that ridiculous outfit. Didn't have that one. Here is another one from the motion pictures. She has no pants. She eventually becomes a computer, but she's now in my figuratorium. All right, so these ones will be fun because we talked about these a little bit. It's giant. It is 7-inch scale talking Q. I'm going to have, let's see if he talks. He does not. Gonna have to replace the batteries on that. But 7-inch Q, that's one I didn't have. Next up, it's 7-inch Riker. Also talking. Also with dead batteries. We're gonna fix that. Don't worry about it. Batteries. We can get batteries. Batteries are easy enough to get to. And while we're at it, it's a giant Picard. 7-inch Picard.
Hold up 7-inch next to the 4-inch. I just want to see the.
Okay, so if you get these...
Wait, hold on.
Oh, okay, hold on. Here we go. Go to Toy Cam.
Oh, okay. Yes.
It's much bigger, although it looks like they used the same molds from... no, that's not true. The face is definitely more detailed. All right, well, we're going to have to explore that when we do our episode about our big, giant, loud figures. Okay, more for the Borgatorium. One of these weirdos. Great. Another Borgatorium. This pile of Borg is getting crazy right in front of me right now. I feel like we're just getting started too. All right, here is Odo. From the Tribbles episode. Super fun. Have that one. Borgatorium. Oh my goodness.
You paid for a lot of Borg. Well, I mean, it's better than just a one-off. I mean, they are assimilated into one entity, yeah?
No, I mean, if I wanted to do like a cool diorama of an entire cube, I'm pretty much ready to go. All right, next up is Season 1 Geordi. Not Season 1 and 2, because he only wore red in the first season. Didn't have this one. Happy to have it. That's fun. Borgatorium. Let me just clear out some... How many Borg do I have now?
Yeah, of those 200 figures, how many? Well, we'll get a count, I guess, later.
We'll get a count. Another Borg. Another Locutus. I'm just going to grab by the handful now. Okay, another Borg, another Locutus. Wow, we're just powering through here. Let's see. Okay, from Star Trek 3. This is the Kirstie Alley version. We have her before. It actually looks a lot like Kirstie Alley. We have another diseased Kim. Okay, here is a Deep Space Nine era Data. We did a very popular... That episode was really popular. The TNG in the Deep Space Nine episode. Figures. I don't know why. We have another diseased Kim. Okay, we'll just keep putting them there. All right. This one's interesting, and I didn't have. Well, in the review, we can actually talk about it, but this is Geordi, Season 2 Geordi. And this is the action Geordi. He had the little phaser that went pew pew for some reason. But this is the only figure that had immortalized Season 2 Geordi in the gold. Here is another Sisko. No spoiler alert, Mike, if you're paying attention at home. And we have a very formal Riker. That's good. Continuing forward, we have a Generations Worf. We have another diseased Kim. I have 100 diseased Kims.
Yeah, well, where there's one.
Have you ever wanted to have 1,000 diseased Kims? Another one of these we're not going to talk about. There is our Klingon warrior. Is that Kang or Kern? From the Tribbles episode. From the original series. Didn't have that one. That's fun. We've got another TNG Q. We've got yet another diseased Kim. Holy crap. And a Deep Space Nine Dr. Bashir. There is, it's not Kang. I think this one's Kang from Deep Space Nine. Older. That one's cool. We'll talk about that in that episode later. Okay. All right. We got Troy's mom. We talked about her. Another diseased Kim. I don't know what's happening. Why?
It's an outbreak, Keith. It is a pandemic.
It is a pandemic. Here, this one I didn't have. It's Sarek, Spock's father.
Oh, cool.
From Next Gen area. We will talk about that later. Didn't have that one. Another diseased Kim, because that's what we do. Another Borg. Into the Borgatorium. Now, folks watching at home, I have a dilemma as I drop another Borg. Here, Species 8472 is in this box. In fact, there's a whole ton of them. But I don't want to show it to Mike.
Wow.
Because I want to save that reveal for the episode. So, but I did count. I'm not going to show it to Mike, but I did count on the listing. There are 16 of them. So before
Keith,
we finish
I'm pouring some more coffee. I'm willing to close my eyes. Honor system here. We've done honor system before.
Oh, that's true. All right. So here's a Kira. This is from the twin pack Kira because she's not numbered. All right. So Mike, earmuffs, eye muffs. Here we go. Look at this guy. He's upside down and you can't see him. Look at this figure. It is fucking awesome and the articulation is amazing. We will do a full review.
I'm very jealous. I'm very curious.
This will be your favorite figure in the entire line. And I now have 16 of them. And I'm going to send one to my brother who helped design was actually got the lead designer of the sound that thing makes on the show.
You know, I really thought that sentence was going to end with, Mike, it's going to be your favorite character. I'm going to send one to my brother. I really thought...
I'll send one to you too, Mike. I have 16, so I can be like Oprah with these things. All right, moving forward. Here we go. We have a Christopher Lloyd from Star Trek 3. We talked about him before. Oh, here is a 6-inch Q from the pilot with his fencing sword, and he is like, he moves. Dude, full on moves. It's crazy.
That was graphic.
We'll talk about that later. And we have Picard as a Romulan. We have a 6-inch First Contact Beverly Crusher. That's fun. Okay, more Borg, because that's just what we do. So here's Locutus and 2 more Borgs into the Borgatorium.
I want to point out to everybody, I'm sure it's pretty obvious, but Keith is far away from the screen. He can't quite see his framing, so do not blame him for questionable framing here on Toy Cam.
You know, look, that's true. Here, I want you to be able to see the Borgatorium, but yes. Okay,
no, we can see the Borgatorium, trust me. Wow, there's a lot of them. I'm just saying, on Toy Cam, sometimes you're a little off-center. There you go.
I'm trying. We're getting there. So here is Worf from the Twin Pack. We talked about it last week. You can see the details on the neckerchief. So that's cool. We have a regular Kirk. We talked about that on the Next Gen, or the original series show. It's another diseased Kim. We're obsessed with diseased Kim. But we do have another Kess. That's cool. All right. So now I have not yet seen the figure that I'm really hoping to see. I'm getting a little nervous now because we've gone through a shit ton of figures, and oh man,
did we already discuss what you thought you saw? I think you said it at the top.
Yes. It would be a Sisko in the Next Gen uniform, which is that super rare figure you could only get via mail order. All right, we'll see. But here's a regular Sisko from
the entire tenor of this episode could change.
I know. I'm getting a little nervous. I'm just seeing a whole mess of species 8-4s, whatever. But this one's cool. This is a card from the Q episode. Now this one is also a mail order only. It was a Toy Fair exclusive. I have a couple of these, but that's still a cool figure. All right, moving forward, it's another diseased Kim. And you want to know why we have so many diseased Kims? Because I said I have 16 of the species 847. It came in a twin pack with diseased Kim, because he gave Kim the disease, which is why I have so many of these. Because this person collected whole archives of the bad guys, of all the Borgs and these things. So he must have had a pretty kick-ass display. whoever you may, he or she, whoever you may be, hats off to what your collection certainly is. We've got a TNG era Barclay. We have a dressed up Picard. And we have another Generations Worf. Oh my god. A lot of these. We have an original Chekhov. We have another Tasha Yar. We have an Ensign Rowe. We always like the Ensign Rows. We have a Thomas Riker.
Okay.
We talked about before. This one is also a little bit hard to get. This is a Captain Calhoun, who is the only non-canon character they made a figure out of. He's from like the book series or something, which is interesting. I haven't read any of the non-canon stuff. All right.
You had him though? You already had him.
I did, yeah. We have a Cadet Wesley Crusher, a Series 1 Data, and a DS9 Series 1 Dax. Ooh, this one's cool. Folks, this is also a Toy Fair exclusive. It's Kate Mulgrew from
exclusive.
From the flashback episode, wearing the original series movies era stuff. This is a cool figure. Happy to have it. I don't know how many, probably made 10,000 of those. We have a DS9 Worf. We have a McCoy. We have another one Mike's gonna like. We have a Swarm Alien.
Ooh!
I'm not going to let you look at that one too far, but I didn't have that one. Psyched for that. We have a DS9 era Geordi with his visor ripped off, so this is how you can see what's underneath the visor. They actually painted his eyes white.
Cool.
Which is how they appear on the screen. All right, more for the Borgatorium. We have a Crusher in duty uniform. We have a Sisko from the Tribbles episode. We have a DS9Q. We have another DS9 Worf. We have a Morn. Who doesn't like seeing Morn?
Keith, offhanded, I'll mention, last night Jen and I were flipping through the channels. It was late. We were falling asleep. Watched the last act of Nemesis.
Just the last act?
That's what was on, so we watched it.
Oh, all right. Well, that's certainly eventful.
And bad guy was cool. Does he have a figure?
No, because this line ran out before Nemesis. We talked about it in our figures we'd like them to make series, though. All right. Here we have the bad guys from Voyager. We'd like to forget with the Swiss cheese in their hair, but we'll get there. We have a Troy in her purple outfit.
Ooh.
That's good. Here we have a Generations Geordi. We have a Scotty from the original series we talked about. We have our fake Q. Trelane we talked about.
Mike likes Trelane.
Mike likes Trelane. We have another Troy in purple. And, this one's cool, too. I do have this one, but it is this was a Target exclusive. This is Security Neelix, which is, we'll talk about. It's weird. I don't know why they used this color on the yellow, but it definitely sticks out. Oh, God. We're still going.
Dude, that's a lot of figures.
This is so many. Borg, more to the Borgatorium. We have...
Hold on, I want to give deference to the Borgatorium here. Oop, that's the wrong thing. Hold time out. I want Keith. Where are you? Okay, hold on.
I'm here.
We're coming. We're coming.
Keep going. You do that. I'm going to get myself some water. Because, good Lord, I've been talking for like 7 straight hours. All right, there is the...
Look at it.
The Borgatorium. It's insane.
All right.
Okay, so we have a Barclay, we have a Season 1 Picard, and another Diseased Kim. Because you really... Look, that's the price you have to pay to have an army of Species 8472 is you have to have a lot of Diseased Kims. That's just how it works. And we have ourselves a Generations Riker. Oh, look at that. That's enough,
Rambo?
pig. No. This is the creator of the Worf Tribe from First Contact.
Of course it is.
Contact. We're going to talk about it later. Duh. And we have a Kirk from the movie era, Generations Kirk. We haven't talked about him yet, but he's cool. We have our Series 1 Romulan. We have our Series 1 Odo. And from the motion picture, we're rounding it out. We have an Uhura, which is cool. I'm getting a little nervous, Mike.
Now, Keith, are you really nervous, or are you just holding out on us?
No, I'm really nervous. Like, I mean, look, for what I paid for the lot, I've gotten a great deal. It's not necessarily like a horrible problem if he's not there, but that would really make this exciting if it did happen. All right, moving forward, we have Maki Chakotay. We have a Fancy Weird Wharf, which was a mail away. It was a giveaway with a VHS tape, I think.
Yeah!
That one is fun. Here's I gotta figure, I'll put him over here. A Series 1 Geordie. That's fun. Another Borg for the Borgatorium. And we have a Crusher with her jacket. Series 1. We have a
Distressed Riker.
A fucked up Riker, as we say on the internet. Here is another Troy in her regular duty uniform. All right, more Borgatorium. And we have some more Voyager stuff. Oh my god. Okay, we're continuing. Holy shit! Okay, wait, everything stop.
Keith, we got a holy shit. Let's go.
Let me just check some of these things. It looks legit. It doesn't look like a copy or a knockoff. This is the figure. There it is. This is Sisko in the Next Generation outfit, which they only used in the pilot, I believe. Wow. Yes, this makes it all worth it. They only made 4,000, so it's being numbered 2778.
Hey, Keith, show us your shit-eating grin.
I did it!
You can stay married.
I can stay married. Yes, because she's going to be like, okay, so that piece of plastic is somehow, okay, sure, that justifies all of that.
She's like, just stay in the basement, Keith. Stay in the basement.
Oh, that's the truth. Wow, that's exciting.
Woo!
Wow, okay, it's all worth it. No matter what happens from here on out, it's all worth it. That's exciting. We have ourselves... There is a Scotty from his Next Gen appearance. Great figure, great episode. We have a 6-inch Data. We'll talk, don't look at that. That's a secret. And we have our Threshold Paris. That's fun. And there is Data as a Romulan. Okay, we're going. We're making progress. Mike, we are making really good progress. We have another Diseased Kim. That's what we do. There's...
Ooh.
That's from Star Trek 6. We talked about that. Here is a 6-inch Geordie. There's a really old McCoy from the pilot. And here is a Series 1 Sulu. Oh my god, we're going. We're doing really well. This is fun. Here we have our shape-shifting alien, also from Star Trek 6. We have a 6-inch Troy. We have a tiny choking hazard Nog, who we talked about before. Here is Cadet Worf.
Hey, that's cool.
Yeah, they keep going. Here, speaking of, there's Kalar. Oh, they're kissing, and now it's going to come Alexander. Okay, so we did
Wow, Keith. Birds and the Bees talk on the Trek podcast. Somebody get the Horcrux. No, what was it called? Not Horcrux, the Hor something? Horgon. That's pretty good.
That was, you know what? All things considered, that you did very well there.
We just got a J.K. Rowling strike. It already came through the YouTube.
I think she struck out already. Okay, so boom. This is a 6-inch Riker with the gun. Who I don't understand why. It's like a little MAGA Riker here with his giant pulsar rifle. It actually shoots stuff out of it. I have another one of these. It's weird. It's on the bottom shelf. Here's another Series 1 Data. Here's another Generations Data. Here's a Generations Picard. Did all of that. Oh, we just did the episode on the Transporter series. There's the Transporter series Picard. Here is the Traveler from Where No Man Has Gone Before.
Jen, Keith got a really rare figure.
I sure
We're excited.
did. We're very excited.
You should hear the faux excitement in her voice.
Oh, I'm sure it matches my wife's. Okay. We've got a pair of First Contact spacesuit Picards. Hey, it's another fucked up Riker. That's fun. Here's a 6-inch scale Worf. Very cool figure. A 6-inch scale Cardassian. And don't worry, if you thought that Kim still wasn't running around being sick, we have 2 more. 3 more.
Wow.
How many?
That matches the Borg, almost.
It literally, well, God, that's craziness. Okay, here is a...
I mean, the question needs be asked.
Yes.
The Borg I can kind of deal with, but like wherever this estate came from, why did they have so many diseased?
Well, because I already explained, Mike, that it came in a twin pack with the crazy Species 847. So if you want to have 16 of those, you have to have 16 diseased Kims. That's what happens. Here is a Dress Dax, which was also a Target exclusive, although there's a mystery as to how many of them there are. We have addressed previously in the show. Uh-oh, it's Diseased Guy from Voyager. He's got the phage, folks. Look out. Spoiler alert. I did have that one. We have Riker as a Melkorian. That's the one that makes out with a Lilith. Another one of those. We've got another Guinan. We have one of Mike's favorites. Maybe I can get you a copy of this one.
Yeah.
This is Data, Wild West Data.
Grab me a hat from Worf, though, and pop it on there.
You know what? I don't think he has a hat. I think I might have lied to you about him having a hat.
Well, somebody's got a hat. Just find a hat and custom me up.
Fair enough. We have 2 6-inch Jem'Hadar. That's fun. Those guys are badasses. Okay. Oh, we have 3. We're going to have an army of Jem'Hadar as well. That's cool. We've got an O'Brien. Ooh, we have a Mirror Kira. That one's fun.
That is cool.
And we have a Cadet Data.
That's very cool, too. He's like Snake Eyes from G.I. Joe.
He does look like Snake Eyes. Wow, there's a lot of packaging in here as well. Okay, moving on. We have another 6-inch Worf.
Baldric.
Here we have a yes. Oh, good com. And then we have another one of those action Picards. This is the 6-inch scale.
Make it dirty.
He has a fencing foil to fence with Q, who also has a foil. We have another super old McCoy. We have a full Klingon. And here we have another one of those, we're doing a whole episode on the dressed up as other species, the Sisko as a Klingon. We have, don't worry, there's still more diseased Kims. If you were sad, if Mike were like, hey, you know what, this is such an amazing lot, I really love it, but I just wish that I had a few more diseased Kims. And I know how disappointing it is not to have 3 more diseased Kims. I could wallpaper with those things. We've got another 6-inch Cardassian. We have another Benzite, I think is what that is. We've got another Generations Crusher. We are getting near the end. Mike, don't worry. We are getting there. Another 6-inch Cardassian. Remember this guy?
Yeah.
Remember old Brent Spiner?
Marty!
Oh, this one you're going to like too. We haven't addressed him yet. Look at that guy.
It's like the Predator.
It's a total and utter Predator ripoff. We have another Crusher. We have another Troy's mom. Okay, let's see. We're so near the end, Mike. Get it? Get excited.
Pumped.
All right. Ooh, a season 1 Worf. I like that figure. That one's cool. Although it is entirely anachronistic because he never wore that hair in season 1 where he wore that uniform. But then we're going to make a new head for it. We got another Cadet Wesley Crusher. We have one of... oh, wait, I forgot. There's a stack of Borg here that didn't go into the Borgatorium.
We got to be complete with that.
So with her, we have a classic bald Sisko. Now, I think that leaves us with an entire box full of Species 8472, and I can think of no other way to end this. Oh, wait, no, there's more. Here is an action wharf. Yeah, we'll get to there. Get to that. We have a fancy Geordie with no eyes. We have a B'Elanna Torres. We have another Picard Season 1. All right, so Mike, I'm going to make you guess how I'm going to finish what the last figure I'm going to show from this lot's going to be.
Well, we looked at the expensive one, or the rare one, I should say. Looking at a huge Borgatorium, which is my favorite part, to be honest with you. That giant pile of Borg. Plus, Keith, it looks like your keeper pile is pretty extensive too there. There's at least 20-some figures in there.
No, wait, hold on. Some of these leaked.
We have a Borg leak?
Some of them fell in. We've got, this is season 1 and 2, or season 2 Riker, because he's got the beard. They did not do a season 1 Riker, which is a bummer. A holodeck Data, we'll talk about that later.
Ooh.
A Spock, who we also met. And his arms wide, we will explain this character, but he's really fun from a very famous episode. All right, so now I'm officially done. I think. Yeah, okay. Now I'm officially done. So
okay.
What's my finale figure going to be, you think?
I mean, I don't know how I could guess.
Well, context clues. It's not from the Borgatorium, but it might be. Go ahead.
I don't know.
It's a diseased Kim!
Oh!
With another diseased Kim. Because we have like 20 of them for some reason.
I get it now.
I think I already had 2 before we did all of this.
Well, look at that Borg. Hold on. Let's see if I can get that zoomed up a second. Hold on.
Yeah, come back.
That is just...
I'd get my remote to zoom out a little bit, but... there we go.
Yeah, that is just epic.
That is really... That is an awful lot of Borg. And the pile of doubles is giant next to me here as well. Well, that was amazing and very exciting, and Mr. Sisko here will be a prized part of my collection.
There he is.
We will definitely do an episode about this figure at some point soon, but right now I'm just going to celebrate the fact that I own him. So, yeah, folks, you have now seen me unbox a giant box of Star Trek figures. And, and I'll just say this, it came from an estate sale, right? So in all likelihood, somebody passed. And somebody who obviously had similar interests and who cared about the same things that we care about. And I would hope that he or she would enjoy the fact that their amazing collection is going to somebody who really appreciates it, and all of you who get a chance to share in it. And all the doubles I have, I will make sure that they get to other people who will care about this. So,
I think that's an important point, Keith, and I think that there's an old saying, and I wish I knew who to attribute it to. It's been tossed around, so I won't even attempt. But it goes something along the lines of a moment enjoyed is never wasted. And often in pop culture, I think nerddom, fandom, collectibles are often portrayed as a pejorative, and the truth is that a lot of people, for a lot of reasons, find joy in collecting, in looking for that rare thing, and maybe not even the rare thing, maybe just having a piece of nostalgia from your childhood or something that brings back those memories are important, and we respect it. We respect this person, whoever they may be, who we're so grateful to create some content using their their toys, their prized possessions. It's awesome, Keith, and what a joy to kind of virtually get to share in the excitement of that hunt with you, and we hope to do more of that, not just via boxings, but our vision for the future now that the pandemic is easing is to maybe get some on location shots of us going out and seeking some things out. We'll see what the world, but until then, if you want to be a part of the community, it's easy to do so. Look at my Star Trek toys at gmail.com. You can write us. You can always go ahead and just comment below. We'll get back to you. Let us know some ideas for episodes or whatnot. Thank you to those custom makers who have been reaching out to us. We're going to get on that as well.
And you're showing your customs and your displays.
Yeah,
we've already started getting them. They're amazing.
You can tag us or check us out on Instagram at Star Trek Toys. Let somebody know whether they're a Star Trek fan or not. Doesn't matter, to check out the show. And I think I've touched on everything. Yes, you can do us a favor by liking us or subscribing, giving the video the thumbs up, and also hitting the notification bell. It helps fool the Borg of algorithms over at the Google.
Yes, indeed. Don't let the Borgatorium take over the algorithm. Thank you very much for watching. This was a hell of a lot of fun for me. I don't know if it was for anybody else, but man, I feel like I'm 10 years old again. 10 years old with a budget. It's amazing. So,
now, Keith, did we post this whole hour as one episode, or was it broken up? It was one episode, right?
Yeah, one episode. We're going to do it.
Sure.
All right, folks. Thank you so much. We will see you back next week with another episode of Look at My Star Trek Toys, and I might have something else cool to show you a little bit later. See you later.
Look at my Star Trek toys!